Well, on this Friday, a lot of folks are looking for a good place to eat, and man, do we have the restaurant for you. We've got our friend Troy in the kitchen with Mandina's of Spanish Fort, Joe.
That is right. Every time they are here, they knock it out of the park. Troy, good to see you again.
Good to see you, sir. Good morning.
And I've been to Mandina's in person, and it's an experience you definitely want to have for yourself. Man, you brought a lot of food today.
Yes, sir. We brought a little bit of everything. We got fall here on us and winter right around the corner, so we brought a couple of our local favorites, our shrimp and okra gumbo and turtle soup to help you warm up on them cold days.
All right.
Over here, we got a New Orleans original muffalata, our little twist on it. We made it into a po' boy, but it comes with all the same ingredients, and some sweet potato fries. And just to let people see, we have more than just fried seafood and pastas. We got some fresh grilled salmon over here with mixed veg and potatoes, and then an old favorite catfish almondine in the middle with some white chocolate bread pudding and onion rings.
Wow. So whatever you're looking for, you're going to be able to find it at Mandina's. Great experience. And then we've got a ton of ingredients for what you're making today. This shrimp and crawfish etouffee. Tell us all about it.
Yes, sir. Like I said, we got the cold weather coming around, so we're going to bring it on our fall menu. This isn't normally on our menu, but like I said, throughout fall and winter, we'll be serving the shrimp and crawfish etouffee. It's basically like an old Cajun stew or smothered shellfish. You can make it with chicken and whatnot, but we found our favorite is the shrimp and the crawfish.
That's a good way to go at it. I appreciate what you're doing there. What are some of the other ingredients you're going to put in here?
So we got a little bit of our traditional mirepoix, our onions, celery, and bell peppers, and then we start off with a little butter to start sauteing all of those vegetables.
What word? I know I'm familiar with the Trinity. What word did you use for that?
Mirepoix.
Mirepoix.
Yes, sir.
Haven't heard that one before.
But traditionally, like I said, it's just your three staples, your onions, bell pepper, and celery. We're going to go ahead and add these to our butter and start sauteing them and try and get a little bit of color on those.
All right, that's going to add some color to that and some good smells here to our studio.
Sir.
For the folks who are watching, they're making their weekend plans. They want to come out tonight, tomorrow, come see y'all. Tell us all about what they need to know. Where are y'all located at?
Well, we are located in the Spanish Fort, right by the Bass Pro Shop, 25,000 Bass Pro Drive. You don't need reservations to come in, but you have a party of 6 or more, I definitely recommend it, especially on Fridays and Saturday nights. That way you don't have too much of a wait for your tables. Other than that, we're open from 11 till 9 Monday through Saturday, and we're open from 11 to 8 on Sundays, and we serve brunch on Sundays, so come and see us.
So to clarify, you don't need reservations, but you can make them if you want.
Yes, sir.
All right, that all sounds great. We're going to continue to work on this shrimp and crawfish etouffee right here in the Studio 10 kitchen.
We're back with Chef Troy here with Mandina's, and we're working on the shrimp and crawfish etouffee. It already smells absolutely amazing in the studio. For folks who are just now joining us, what have you done to prepare this?
All right, to start off, we heated up some butter and added our onions, bell pepper, and celery, and we caramelized those down. I went ahead and added a little bay leaf and thyme just to kind of toast those herbs a little bit, and then we added some flour to make our roux. We've been cooking that down so far. It's hard to see on the television here, but basically you want to cook your roux down to about the color of, you know, like a peanut butter or something.
Yeah.
And then once you get to that point there, now we can move on to the next step, which will add our crawfish.
Woo.
This is Louisiana crawfish tails. We don't use anything else but. And then some Gulf shrimp right here.
Man, and you're making a big pot of this today.
Yes, ma'am. We got a lot of people here in the news studio to feed.
Well, we are so grateful, and I'm sure all of our staff and our crew will be thankful for some shrimp and crawfish etouffee. So I see you have a couple of spices here too. Yep. What's in this pitcher?
That is a seafood stock that we made in the restaurant yesterday. We just boiled down some shrimp shells, add a little bit of oyster liqueur to it, and then vegetables and seasoning of our own.
Yeah.
So here we're going to go ahead and start adding our seasoning to the dish. We got a little fresh black pepper, some Creole seasoning. We make this in-house, but any seasoning you like will work, some Zatarain's or Tony's. Just be careful, you know, with the salt level. You can always add more. You can't take it out.
Right.
And then here we got a little bit of cayenne pepper to give it a little bit of that heat.
That's just what you need in an etouffee like that. So we also have a ton of dishes that you brought with us today. What I love about your menu is that, of course, Cajun Creole, that's the heart of it, but you have a lot of different options for all of your customers.
Yes, ma'am. We try to, you know, cater to everybody's likes and whatnot. So we do have a lot more than just fried seafood or pastas, as I was saying. We do have fresh fish. We have fresh salmon. We have fresh trout. You can get it grilled, broiled, fried, however you like it. We have several different options as far as salad goes. We have some seared tuna salads, Caesars, chicken Caesars, shrimp Caesars, and whatnot. And then we have our soups over here. You know, with the cold weather coming around, a lot of people are going to want to warm up and whatnot, and that'll help you do it. So.
Yeah, and you do have massive onion rings as well, as you see. All you need are 3. You don't need more than that. It looks so good.
That is one of our customers' favorites right there, yes.
My mom will, when we go, she'll get the onion rings and the lasagna. Of course, you were telling me about that lasagna and their meatballs too, you guys. It's so, so delicious. Anytime one of my friends on Facebook posts like, I need a new restaurant to go to on a Friday night or Saturday night, I always tag you guys because it really is so yummy for you and the whole family to enjoy. So when we come back with Joe or Jennifer, what are we doing next?
Well, we just added the stock. So from here, you just got to let it cook and it'll all come together on its own. So by the time we come back, hopefully we'll be ready to go and start serving.
What time do you open up tonight if someone wants to make plans?
We open from 11 till 9.
Okay, 11 to 9 if you want to eat lunch or dinner at Mandina's. Troy, thank you so much for coming this morning. And we're going to finish up this etouffee coming up. Joe?
There's certain guests that come to our Studio 10 kitchen where you know when they come, you're not going to leave that day hungry. Troy is becoming one of those staples, man. You have brought so much food here this morning. Thank you for that. And tell the folks at home about your shrimp and crawfish etouffee.
Okay, so we're wrapping it up now. We started off, like I said earlier, just with our general butter, mirepoix, sauteed that down, added our seasoning and herbs, some fresh Louisiana tail crawfish, some Gulf shrimp, and then we added our stock and let everything cook together. And now what we got here is our etouffee. You can see that nice kind of thick gravy-like sauce. That's a little bit of difference between this and gumbo, as gumbo tends to be a little bit thinner. You want more of a gravy consistency with this etouffee. But now we're ready to serve.
All right, that all sounds great. And if you notice there, you mentioned the seafood that you have in this dish is local, it's fresh, and that makes a big difference when you go to a restaurant. You want to know where it's coming from, right?
Yes, sir, absolutely. And we try to use it as fresh as possible and keep it all local. And it just, the difference in the flavor and profiles is unbelievable night and day.
I agree. It really does make all the difference in the world. So I'm going to try a little bit of this real quick.
Oh, we got a little bit of green onions.
Hit it with them green onions. Make it look pretty.
And there we go.
Yeah, I'll let Mick get a good shot of that real quick here for 1 second. And then, while I'm trying this, tell us, you know, we're right around the corner from Thanksgiving and Christmas and the holidays and a lot of people planning work parties, get-togethers. How can Mandina's help with some of that?
Absolutely. So we are, like I gave you our hours, we are quite popular. Last year we did quite a few office Christmas parties and even family Thanksgiving parties and Christmas parties. All I could say is I recommend you making reservations as early as possible to make sure that you get your date and time that you want. But we're here to serve everybody.
And when they make those, do you have like a different menu for those types of parties, or how does that process work?
Generally, they order right off the menu, but we can cater certain menus towards your party if you'd like.
All right, that all sounds great. Mick is panning, our cameraman, all those beautiful dishes that you brought with us today. This is fantastic, y'all. Go and see Mandina's this weekend. You won't be disappointed. Troy, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you.